Now let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting New Orleans Pelicans. At center,
and the Warriors dynasty with their core seemingly over. You never want to completely stretch them out. But, Shams, how are we going to remember the run that this remarkable franchise has had?
You could make a case that the 2017 team might be the best to ever play, and the Warriors have become an elite franchise in NBA history. It might be a while since we see a dynasty quite like this, especially with the big three of Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson.
Hall of Famers, great coaching, solid ownership. They had it all. Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. A bit forward, Ingram and Williamson. DeJounte Murray is out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Tice in at the 5, home in the paint. Green with a screen on Ingram. Bobbed up there for Green. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And that IQ of Green, just sizing up defenses and making the right read in that pick and roll.
Here's Murray. He really had an off game against the Trailblazers. He really never found his rhythm. About a minute played so far here in the first. Ingram kicks to Tice. Hits it from three-point range. Hey, Shams, it seems like with these younger teams coming, we may be witnessing a transfer of power in the NBA. What do you think?
It's really due to the parity that we're seeing in the league, and we haven't seen this much parity in a really long time. It's wide open for teams in both conferences, in the East and West, to claim that top perch. We have to give the league a lot of credit. There's tons of parity now.
Which I think is leading to expansion talk, correct? We've got so much talent right now, we can kind of let it ooze out a little bit to some other areas.
Certainly expansion, a couple more teams in the league, but the league really loves where they're at now. And any given year, anyone can win.
First personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Williamson finds Murray, and Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And so it's New Orleans with it. Tice passes to Murray. The three. And some question marks for Zion Williamson and the Pelicans moving forward, Shams. What is your sense of how attached to Zion the Pelicans are right now?
The Pelicans learned last year that you can build around Zion Williamson. The struggle, though, is to keep him healthy. I'm told that the Pelicans are really happy about the way Zion Williamson showed last year that he can be on the court. And the Pelicans, I'm told, really believe in Zion Williamson. But there's really no way to find equal talent if they were to ever look to trade him. So the Pelicans have to wait it out and see how they can continue to compete in the West with Zion Williamson.
Quickly, do you think they have enough around him? Do you like the parts around Williamson?
I do. The biggest thing in New Orleans, though, is staying healthy. We see a healthy group, a healthy Zion Williamson for the entire run of the playoffs. That's what everyone, not only in New Orleans, but the basketball world wants.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you want to start.
And timeout called by Billy Green. He wants to talk to his guy. Trey Murphy's checked in for New Orleans. Herbert Jones comes in for McCollum. Pelicans trail by 6. We have all these great foreign players. Maybe 3 of the top 5 players in the NBA are all foreign players, right? And so much was made of Anthony Edwards. There's a 22-year-old American player who has maybe the charisma, the game, the everything you could package. It could be our next great player. Is there ever talk around the league about why are European players being so dominant? Where are the great young American players to compete against this great influx of international players?
The grassroots programs, you have to look at what happens abroad and in the States. You have to give a lot of credit to the way that they develop players. Over in Europe, in any of those regions, they do a great job, and those players are hungry, they're driven, they're passionate. They're trying to get here to the States and play basketball at the highest level in the NBA. And you see at the amateur level, there can be a lot of fluidity, there can be a lot of influx. You players are given so much so soon in America, so to be able to have that chip on your shoulder, to have the passion and exude the confidence that Anthony Edwards has, the younger generation of players definitely have someone in Anthony Edwards to look up to.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, they need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Murray, no good.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Ripped away. Pass to Williamson. Over Wiggins. That's good from Williamson on the assist by Jones.
And such a force moving around the paint. Zion goes where he wants.
Warriors leading by 6. Field outside. Outside, Green. A three-pointer, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Different look here for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Green. Podziemski, he's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Curry. Now here's Jones. He has yet to score.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Melton feeling it out a bit. Latrey. And again, no good by Golden State. Pass to McCollum. From outside the arc. Doesn't get it to drop for him. That will count. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We've got more in store for you right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Kevon Looney out there with Kuminga. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. Then there's Gary Payton II. And it's Melton in at the point. And with the new broadcasting deals, NBA salaries figuring Shams to skyrocket.
And we're not even just talking about the players, Kevin. It's the coaches. It's the front office executives. Everyone is seeing some massive, massive paydays. Every single year, we're seeing the biggest contract in league history, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger in years to come.
Are you surprised at the size of some of these coaching deals? I mean, the numbers are amazing to me.
Coaching, these front office deals, it's getting higher and higher, and once Monty Williams signed the deal he did in 2023, that only elevated the market for coaches, and front office executives also are getting big paydays.
McCollum plays it up off the glass.
That's nice touch around the rim. McCollum makes the most of his opportunities down there.
Here's Podziemski. Nothing on the board. And here in the second, with about a minute and a half gone by, it's stolen by Jones. And pushing it up, here's New Orleans. And it's Green slamming it down.
Yeah, for still being fairly new to the league, you gotta love the vision Jones brings.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. For the New Orleans Pelicans, their last game, a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. Shams, we know you grew up in Chicago. I'm assuming you grew up a Bulls fan. Who didn't? And you had to have a favorite player growing up with those terrific teams.
I was a big-time fan of hoops in general. Definitely someone for me was Kobe Bryant. That someone wasn't a Bulls player. We almost got him one year, but that was someone I grew up watching. Kevin, did you have a favorite team or player growing up?
Well, I love Kobe. I called every season of LeBron and every season of Kobe Bryant. And Bryant actually did stuff for 2K. As you know, not too long ago, before his passing, we sat down for a couple hours. But I hate to rank them because Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron are all right there at the very, very top. Hard to beat Jordan, right?
Very hard to beat Jordan. Obviously, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Kobe, for me, watching growing up, that was the closest thing that I had.
Pajemski, he's checked in for DeAnthony Melton.
Team foul.
On the inbound. All right, Johns, I know you can't reveal all your secrets, but how do you develop relationships with your sources, the players, the agents, the GM, the scouts all over the NBA?
It comes year after year. This has been something I've been doing for the better course of the last 15 years. So for me, it's about relationships, it's about daily communication, and making sure that I keep the trust, I keep the faith, and I keep a level of respect with everyone that I come across. Relationships are the name of the game, especially in the NBA.
Well, that's what I've heard about you. They trust you. So if they're going to confide, they know they can trust you. I would think that would be maybe the core of how you operate.
Trust and faith, and that develops early, not taking shortcuts. I'm very much for the long game.
Outstanding.
And you know with Curry, what impresses me most is his efficiency. That's not something we normally see in a high-volume jump shooter.
Zion Williamson's checked in for New Orleans. For three, Murray. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Jackson Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Curry. Curry gets inside and lays it in.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Jones kicks to Williamson.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Trace Jackson Davis. Second personal foul.
Pelicans shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
First one falls for him.
Well, the bottom line is this. When Zion Williamson is healthy, he is very tough for defenses to handle. You have to be very clear on your plan, or he'll destroy you.
Trey Murphy's checked in for New Orleans. Jose Alvarado comes in from McCollum. Now here's Curry. He's got 10. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, you want to stop Steph in the two-man game, but he's so smart. He'll get others involved.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pelicans are putting the ball in Zion Williamson's hands. He said, I'm just playing chess within the game, seeing how the defense is guarding me. I'm going to pick my spots. My teammates trust me to make the right decision, but they also trust me to be me when that time is right. Kevin, I'll let you be you.
And I love when you are you, David. Thank you so much. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. And what a treat it was to have Shams stop by. He's definitely become part of the fabric of the NBA.
Yeah, and I'll say this. You won't meet a harder worker in terms of NBA coverage. Shams has amazing dedication to his game.
Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Golden State.
Substitution.
Herbert Jones, he's checked in for the Pelicans. There's 42 seconds left in the first half. Here's Murray. And the layup is good. Murray's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And getting the shot he wanted, Murray loves it from in close.
And here are the Warriors now. 6-point lead. Murray against Hield. Here's Curry. Curry showing toughness inside.
It just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Murray. The three. Traps in the tray. Murray's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Now Curry. He gets it up. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Well, that's a gut punch to him to have. Just demoralized.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Steve. Some great engagement defensively. What's happening that's good at that end of the floor?
I think they're just playing hard, rotating, playing for each other, and I think we've done a better job of avoiding fouls and just playing through.
Steve, thanks for your time. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Hey folks, welcome to the halftime show. A lead right now in this one for the Golden State Warriors.
One big reason they're up, they're controlling the glass, both boxing out and crashing in.
Yeah, you could tell rebounding was a point of emphasis for them coming into this game.
All right, let's switch it over. See what the fans are posting on social media. So, a pressing question. Hustle D. Jeremy wants to know, will Shaq's career as a DJ surpass his basketball career?
Wait, Shaq's a DJ? Nah, I'm just...
Kenny, don't make me release this footage of you dancing on my stage.
It's
I
all
will
right,
release it right now. I'm picking my phone up right now. You say another word, I will release this footage.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
So the Pelican 5 right now. Tice at center with Williamson next to him. C.J. McCollum out there with Murray. And it's Ingram in the small forward position. So with Brandon Ingram's height and his shooting ability, Stan, he can get about any shot he wants, can he?
Yeah, Kevin, any shot at any time. You know, his ball handling is a lot better than people think. He can get to his spots on the floor. And a little bit like Kevin Durant, he can just rise up over people. And he's got a great ability to make really tough shots look easy.
Fun player to watch. Here's Murray following the basket by Stephen Curry. Pass to Ingram. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins. Stan, I look at your list of players you've coached, some incredible scorers along the way, including Brandon Ingram. Let's zero in on him. What makes him so good?
Well, Kevin, look, when you've got Brandon Ingram's size and then you have the ability to get where you want to go on the floor and you can just get to that spot and rise up above people and knock down shots, you're virtually impossible to stop one-on-one, and that's what Brandon Ingram has.
What a talent.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. McCollum against Curry. Pulls from the top of the key, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, Stephen Curry.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
Now here's Curry. 20 points for him. Jackson Davis with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And Green gets it to go.
They are on fire to start this second half. 3 for 3 and looking totally in sync.
And Ingram has got the ball here for the New Orleans Pelicans. They trail by 9 points. Tice with a screen on Wiggins. Here's Ingram. Pass to Tice. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Tice. Greg, you look at today's point guards. So many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Here's Jackson Davis. Defended by Tice. Jackson Davis with it. Tice is there. And Jackson Davis gets it to go.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Murray, the pass to McCollum. And here's Tice. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. To the middle. Kicks it out to Williamson. Pass to Ingram. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Pelicans know that chemistry is key. They've got plenty of talent, but Brandon Ingram says there is sacrifice in figuring out how to win. And I know New Orleans hasn't seen winning. We don't have a banner in our arena. We're just trying to draw closer and closer together. All I want to do is win. Kevin?
They've got talent, David, that's for sure. Thank you. And timeout called by Willie Green. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
Let's go.
Pajemski's coming in for Buddy Hield. And New Orleans also making a change. Jones is checked in. .153 left in the third. To the inside. Here's Tice. And Tice throws it down.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Warriors leading by 11. And we've seen Stan DeJounte Murray prove for years that he is a 20-point player.
Yeah, and Kevin, he can score as a point guard or he can be off the ball. But the best thing about DeJounte Murray, he is a great two-way player, one of the best guard defenders we have in this league.
Now McCollum following the miss by Jonathan Kuminga from deep. Offensive rebound. He shoots again. Tice, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Kevon Looney is checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Anderson comes in for Draymond Green. Wiggins is checked in for Jonathan Kuminga. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Curry. Javonte Green, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Trey Murphy comes in for DeJounte Murray. Now, here's Melton. Pass to Podziemski. Now here's Wiggins. Defense right on him. Chalk up two there.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
.51 seconds left in the third. Down low. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
You see the full strength and athleticism of Murphy on this jam.
Warriors leading by 11. And here's Melton. On the wing, Wiggins. They set the pick. And the layup falls. Wiggins has got 6 in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. On the wing, Green. Pass to Williamson. Second chance effort, and he sinks the layup. Williamson's got 5 points so far.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Anderson with the ball. Higgins outside. Up in time. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
What a way to punctuate the third quarter. They've got the lead, and they've got momentum.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors, sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Back right after this. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Right now is when we go, good shot, great shot, right? Right now is when we talk on every screen down here and switch and ice and all the stuff we do on point.
That's Steve Kerr. This is what his teams do. They take away a lot of easy shots, easy baskets.
Yeah, you heard it. Ice the screens. Communicate. Give me everything you've got defensively.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Podziemski out there with DeAnthony Melton. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's Kevon Looney. And it's Moody in at the 3. And here are the Pelicans now. The Warriors making the shot. Green kicks to Ingram. Lets it go from deep. Podziemski grabs the board. Warriors leading by 16. There's a good screen. Pass to Looney. Takes it off the glass. Looney's got 4 points this quarter.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Murray, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Now, here's Looney. Guarded by Green. Now, Podziemski. Now, here's Looney. 6 to shoot. Back to Podziemski. Pass to Moody. Here's Looney. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
And the other thing you notice is how committed they've been to playing with the pass, constantly moving that ball from one side to the other.
Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number one, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. A moment for an injury report. Now let's check in with David Aldridge to see how Draymond Green's doing. David.
Well, guys, I was able to catch up with the Warriors' head athletic trainer. Oh, that is not what you want to see. It sounds like it's a serious injury. Now, this team came into the season with some high hopes. It's not the way they wanted to start things off. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
That's just awful news. You really feel for the guy, and you know everyone in the NBA family is wishing him a speedy recovery.
Here's Ingram. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Tice with a screen on Wiggins. Here's Ingram. And the Pelicans miss again. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Outside, Green. They set the pick. And Curry, here we go. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. You think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
Now here's McCollum. Pulls up. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Curry's shot is off. New Orleans has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Stephen Curry.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Here's Murray following the basket by Buddy Hield. Here's Ingram. That's in there. Murray with the assist. There's 53 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Curry is inside. He is guarded by McCollum. Now Curry. Clock at 6. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
That's good from Stephen Curry. And defensively, Stan, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to.
Substitution on the court.
Ingram against Kuminga. Puts it up from 17, and it's Looney with the rebound. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much. Stephen, this crowd tonight was energized by the show that you put on. What is that connection like?
Have a night like tonight where everything's clicking. Just want to embrace it. And more of a gesture of appreciation because this is a great place to play.
Yeah, it sure is, man. And you guys fed off of it. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, David. And that'll do it, folks. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, we present the player of the game, Stephen Curry.